Welcome to TradeTheNBI.com. This is John. This report is for the 30th of December. Well, we continued making new highs, sold off a little bit towards the end of the day. We're looking at a power mode 2 here of a little bit more of a dramatic move. So I'm expecting the increase in the outsized nature of the move. In this particular case, we're looking at bullish configuration with a little bit of softness from short-term buyers at the steel dipping, but all in all, everything's still on track from what was before, and we're seeing the shakeout has returned to positive. So we're going to continue to see more of the same of this general bullish push, but probably going to start seeing a little bit more range within it, particularly as the year end comes through. There's going to need to be rebalancing just to mark the returns from the most unusual year and allow everyone to reset for the beginning of the year and potentially new administration coming in 20 days later and the changes that will come with that. So from a euro standpoint, the press continues as now we know that well, they're still talking about additional stimulus from the U.S., which would mean that the fact that the euro is not doing it, decreasing the dollar, and pushing the euro to relatively new highs overall. And gold, again, it's a similar situation. It's a question of are we going to see some price pressures with all of this extra liquidity? We really haven't seen it materialize yet, and that's been the holdback for gold. If we can start to see that change, definitely with wages and things like that, or at least a return to normalcy is going to be required before there's any pressures wage-wise or even inflationary to justify gold really taking off. And it hasn't happened as of yet. Intraday was so clean. I mean, we talked about these positive extremes that had developed. From the end of the day, there was a couple others that were previous, going back right through here, that had not been satisfied from before, and sure enough, we reached the peak, created a nice DOC spread. The first one fills in nice and quick. That was the beginning of the day one. And then as we had trouble launching from these buy configurations, these were nice P2s. So you had a higher pivot here of the red DOC, your full orange signal a little late with the power mode 2. Doesn't happen until another bar after. But unable to sustain itself as soon as it, you get the steel already crossing with orange then breaking above. You're already in trouble pretty quickly on. Even if you didn't like the first one there and you're setting stops, by the time you get the second one, you're already have already faded off all the way below, back down to relative to the entry point. Even still, try to produce additional higher red DOCs, but again, that steel breakdown with the orange skyrocket, and then literally a power mode 2 breaking down pretty darn quickly right after within 2 bars, and then boom, that filled us all the way exactly back to the original algo that we had set up from before. No shock with that, and then a couple of little intermediary buys until we finally had these last couple ones really were the ones that have produced where we're at this particular point. And of course we have cyan under red at this particular stage, so not expecting any fade off just yet, though we do have positive extremes beginning right in between the middle. So right at the low here of 24, so right in between that 29, 22 range. But all in all, the market filled everything it was supposed to do and performing exactly as it should. So another incredible year just about to wrap up. You can look for your indicator renewals and that, and we'll continue to just beat the average returns. It's just what we do. As always, though, trade well. We'll talk to you later.